What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to a new video. And today we're going to be talking about the Milwaukee Bucks and how they've actually improved. And we're going to talk about and break down the Milwaukee Brewers' first spring training game. I'm joined with Dylan as always. But before we get into the content, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more content in the future, even though I haven't really uploaded much, but I'll try to do more. But anyway, let's get into the content. Okay, so about a month ago, the Bucks were really struggling to be consistent, and they looked really bad, and we made a video about it. Um, we made a video, The Bucks Are a Disappointment. Go check it out. The video actually did pretty good. Um, I mean, pretty good for a small channel. It didn't get like 500,000 views or something like that. But it got 19. But anyway, January 30th, so like a month ago, we made a video about how they're a disappointment, and now, well, they're looking pretty good. Even after Drew Holiday had to get quarantined for 2 weeks, 10 games, we missed him during that. We're still doing pretty good. We're 21 and 13, right? 21 and 13, which is good enough for third place in the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
And to be honest, we could be better than that if we had Drew Holiday through that stretch. But we talked about that a little bit. We would have beaten the Suns, probably the Thunder that first time around. Maybe a game against the Raptors. I don't know. But the Jazz probably still would have been a loss because we can't beat them ever in Utah.
We haven't won there since 2001.
Yeah. But after the disappointment video, the Milwaukee Bucks still had a good record in February. After the disappointment video, they went on a 5-game win streak, and then a 5-game lose streak, and now a 5-game winning streak again, for a record of 10-5 in February, which isn't bad. As long as you're above 500, that's not bad at all. And they looked pretty good the first 5 games. But then Drew Holiday. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
After the video, yeah, we looked pretty good for those 5 games or whatever it was.
Yeah, we looked pretty good after that. But then we had that little stretch where we sucked, and it was frustrating to watch. And I even fell asleep a little bit. But then after that, I mean, we're now on a 5-game winning streak. We beat the Thunder, the Kings, the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, and the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, yeah, 4 teams. You can make an argument that they're not good teams, but
The Clippers are actually legit though.
yeah, the Thunder, they have some good pieces. I mean, there was a stat I saw that they lost a lot of games, or they've been losing games, but most of them throughout the season have been within one possession. Like, a lot of the games they've lost have been like one possession games or something like that. And I'm like, that's pretty good if you're just losing by one possession. So they're a better team than the record shows. And the Kings, I mean, they're one of the worst defensive units in the league. Do you say something?
The Kings are their defense sucks.
Yeah, they're one of the worst defensive units in the league. But
and
during
stuff too.
yeah, during this stretch though, Giannis has continued to show why he's been considered to be one of the best players in the league, if not the best player in the league currently, because he now passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as Um, the only Buck to get 35 points in 3 consecutive games. He
There's
has,
not a lot of stats by Giannis I've seen lately that he's been breaking and stuff.
yeah,
He also just passed Michael Redd on the all-time point list in Bucks history.
yeah, he's gonna pass Kareem because Kareem only had 14,000. Giannis is gonna be at hopefully at the end of his career maybe 30, over 30.
Well, if Giannis keeps going at the pace he's at, he'll definitely get to over 30 easily if he's healthy.
Yeah. I swear I saw some stats about his recent play. But I know he's been averaging like 37 points a game. Yeah, here it is. So during the last 5 game winning streak of the season, the last 5 games, Giannis has had 36 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 37 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 38 points, 18 rebounds, 4 assists, 29 points, 19 rebounds, 8 assists. This guy could potentially, if continues to ramp up these 30 plus games, could be the 4th player in NBA history to go back to back to back MVPs.
And honestly, he's so far showing why he deserves it.
Exactly. And Giannis is obviously, of course, has been one of the biggest reasons why we've improved. But I think, our 3-point shooting has been pretty decent the last 5 games. Against Oklahoma City, it wasn't the greatest showing, 11 threes. But, our defense was also pretty good that game, I think, in my opinion. Sacramento, we had um, 11 threes. We shot 39% from 3. That's pretty good. I'll take that any day of the week.
Uh-huh.
Minnesota, we absolutely dominated. We had 23s that game, 47% from 3. New Orleans, it was a nail biter. We shot 41% from 3 that game. Giannis dominant as always. Middleton had 31 points that game. Dante had 24. Brook and Portis had 12, which is pretty good. So
Dante's been really good lately too.
yeah, and then the Clippers.
He's really taken a step forward, and I'm glad we have him.
The Clippers down the stretch, we played really good defense on Kawhi and Paul George as we've made them take contested, tough shots. There was a play where Middleton played some poor defense, but Giannis got a hand on the ball from Kawhi. That was near the end of the game, and then Giannis with the game-winning dunk, and then that was it. Kawhi and Paul George missed some threes at the end of the game, and we won against the Clippers today. Middleton had 19 points in that game, but Paul George only shot 7 of 21 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3. We limited all the other players, or we defended the other players so well that Kawhi and Paul George were just taking up shots because they had to. They had to because no one else was scoring the basketball. That's what I think was also a key to victory is limiting Lou Williams to 11 shots because he could go off any night. Batum's been pretty good. Beverly did not do that good at all. He shot 2 of 8 from the field. Didn't get his first field goal until the second half of the game. I think just limiting the supporting cast to a limited offensive role was huge. Ibaka, he didn't show up until the third quarter.
My only thing with the Bucks I've noticed is they do overhelp defense way too much. Like they were like Giannis would leave Ibaka wide open or whatever. I see, and it's like that's not the guy you want to leave wide open from three when he's got the hot hand.
Yeah. And you could also say some defensive matchups were horrible. Like, for some reason, we had
Yeah,
Pat
I got
Connaughton. We had Pat Connaughton on Kawhi one-on-one for no reason. No help. No help at all. And Kawhi was cooking. And I'm like,
thankful it doesn't matter.
what are we doing? Like, and then Pat missed a wide open layup late in the game, and I'm like, oh no. He was wide open under the basket too, and then he missed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh Jesus, Pat. Oh no, why'd you do that for?
Yeah, thankfully it didn't matter as we won, but that was one of those situations. That's where Torrey Craig needs to be playing.
Yeah, we need to play him more, to be honest.
And Thanasis, there's certain situations I'm okay with him playing, but that was not the time to play him.
Yeah, he took a weird ass 3-point shot for no rhyme or reason. He's not a 3-point shooter.
I feel like that was a play they drew up. I mean, that looked like a script play.
He's a career 10.5% 3-point shooter. Thanasis.
I mean, the way Dante had the ball and they gave it to Thanasis, I feel like that was like a script play they ran.
I wouldn't be shocked. It's Bud.
I mean, it just looked like a script play for that scenario. From my opinion, anyway, when I see him now, I'm like, okay, this must be script because why the hell would he take a three?
Yeah,
Thanasis never takes threes.
he went like, ugh.
If he made it, he would have looked like a genius, but of course he missed.
Yeah, that's why I was like, get him out of the game now. Like, get him out. Just go away. Yeah, for example,
I'm glad he's out there. Like, what was it, like Minnesota, right?
Toronto, he was out there and we had some energy. He gave us some good energy.
Oh yeah, that was Toronto. Yeah, I think he did against Minnesota too.
Yeah, he had 5 points and 3 rebounds in that second game, and then the first game, I believe he did some things too. He had, oh no, he only played a minute. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's moments I think he needs to be out there at times when we need energy in that, but in that scenario against the Clippers, we didn't need him out there. He needed to be on the bench.
Yeah.
That was not the time to play him. And yeah, that's where playing on Giannis in the playoffs, or if we do that when the other team's going on a run, that's not good either. There's some things I will say I notice that are flaws that I hope they seriously fix.
Yeah, but we have
Work in the playoffs all the time.
that Clippers game. Drew Holiday returned on a minutes restriction, only getting 17 minutes off the bench. He didn't even start because obviously he just got back.
He was very rusty, but I can't blame him.
He had 2 points, three assists on 1 of 5 from the field and 0 of 3 from 3.
His defense was pretty good from what I've seen, but his offense he was definitely very rusty.
There was a 3 that he attempted that actually rimmed out. He almost made it, so I guess like he almost made a 3, but still, yeah, he looked.
That scoring part it was his decision making, I guess. He made some really stupid passes. I'm like, oh my god. It's like, might as well just give him the ball.
Yeah. But during Drew Holiday's absence, we did start Bryn Forbes at point guard or whatever we did there. We had him in the rotation, our starting lineup. And then
That's such a hard spot for me to. I'm gonna See, this is so hard for me to decide because Dante's been playing really good, but I think Brent Forbes would fit in better with how elite of a shooter he is at the shooting guard position. That's what
Yeah,
it's so hard for me to decide because Dante's been balling lately. I'd hate to have him go bad or something and lose momentum, but at the same time, Brent Forbes has been pretty good, and
he hit his 500th career 3-point shot today.
then he'd really get more offensive space into the starting unit. I feel like Dante could ball as like a 6 man or something, but I don't know.
All right, yeah, but yeah, the Bucks have been balling lately. But the Brewers, they had their first pre not preseason spring training, basically the same thing. Um, today they had Eric Lauer start. He went an inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. He didn't look good.
And
um,
what a White Sox fan guys either.
yeah, he didn't
Yeah,
look good.
some guys in there, but definitely not the full team, of course.
This Topa, uh, Justin Topa dude, who actually played 6 games for us last season, he had a scoreless inning, 1K, 2 hits, but a scoreless inning.
I
Perdomo
heard
guy.
I heard people say his breaking stuff or whatever looks really nasty.
Yeah,
Justin Opa, that's what I heard.
Perdomo guy had 1 scoreless inning. Um, Miguel Sanchez had a scoreless inning, whoever that guy is.
Never heard of him.
Ethan Small had a scoreless inning. I didn't
Oh
even.
yeah, I heard about that. I really like him potential wise.
Yeah, he was a first round pick in 2019, and then Ashby. Oh man, he had some great. He had 3 Ks and a walk, but he he did some great stuff out there. I saw a video of his pitches, and they were really, really good. He looks really good for the for potentially, or he looks really good potential wise for maybe a
Him and
bullpen
Small.
arm.
According to Craig Counsell, I heard something about Ashby and Small could be seeing time this year in 2021
Interesting.
in the bullpen or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm guessing bullpen.
Yeah, I mean on Yahoo, Ethan is listed as a starting pitcher, but I don't think they're gonna rush him that quick.
I
Um,
heard like depth reasons and stuff
oh
like that.
Jesus, we play a lot of guys. Oh my God, we played like 20 people in the for batting. Jesus, I mean the pitchers. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have the DH rule. That's why there's so many freaking people in here. Oh great, because they have all the substitutions. But I guess Narvaez went 2 for 3. Travis Shaw got walked once, but was out twice. Um, Keston Hira had a 3-run bomb. Garcia and Taylor went back to back, and then the greatest hitter of all time, Cozens, had a home run. I'm like, who? When I saw the notification, I'm like, who in the world is this guy? I'm like, who?
I'm glad to
Uh,
see guys are doing decent.
yeah, he was a second round. He was a second round pick in 2012, and he barely did anything from the Phillies. Yeah. But yeah,
He's got a couple hits. He really needs to get it going.
Vogelback, yeah, 0 for 3. Arcia 0 for 3. Might be time to look at a new shortstop, but we'll get into that. Tyrone Taylor 2 for 3. That's good to see. Derek Fisher 0 for 3. Maybe he needs to get a little
Just
more
stick to
assists.
basketball.
Maybe he needs to get more assists out there.
You need to stick to basketball. I'm glad he tried baseball. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah. We had some, I guess, good. I didn't watch the game because I couldn't. It was only available to us by radio, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather watch a Bucks game.
It wasn't on Fox Sports Wisconsin. It was on
I was,
CBS Chicago.
why? Why isn't it on Fox Sports Wisconsin? Why can't we see it?
It was on what was it, like CBS Chicago or White Sox, whatever it was down there.
Yeah, it was on CSCH, whatever that is.
Or CBC Sport Chicago. I don't know.
ABC 123.
Whatever they got down in Chicago, I guess.
Whatever. Who cares? But
I'm not Chicago.
I'm just glad to see baseball back. We should have an off-season review coming out this week sometime. Going over all 30 teams about what they did in the off-season, grading
That
them.
that one will have to split into two videos probably, because that one's gonna be probably really
Yeah,
long.
we're gonna do that. We're probably gonna do the National League first, and then the American League, but that'll get out this week sometime.
Yeah, we'll be over pretty much all their moves and that, and evaluate everything, I guess.
Yeah, and see like if they'll be good moves, and I guess we could predict their record too. I guess
I suppose.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
We'll figure it out, but I think that's gonna be it for us tonight. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more content, and as always, go Bucks, go, and go Brewers.
Yep.
Peace.
Yep.